7:30 the time. Oh, 7:35. Looked at the wrong watch here. That's 5 minutes difference. I don't know. Good morning to you. It's the Mornings with Ed show on the all-new Voice of Laguna. 25 minutes away from this morning's chamber chat. We're going to welcome Nikki from Only Nails. And whenever you talk to someone who does nails or owns a shop that does manicures, you look at your fingernails and you go, "Oh yeah, they're in rough condition. I'll hide those." So we'll talk to Nikki at 8:00 on Chamber Chat, and then Lisa Farber at 9, and Ava August. This is the big drum roll performance. I can't wait to see Ava August in studio. Brand new album coming out and brand new singles to be dropped, and we are delighted to be first on the list as far as Ava's stops go. As a teenager at about 17 years old, after a lifetime of loving Muhammad Ali, of first loving Cassius Clay, and then that growing into the love for the Muhammad Ali in later years, as he continued to amaze us by winning fights that he really had no business winning. He beat George Foreman by a knockout in the 8th round. Everybody thought George Foreman, they actually called him Mr. Invincible at the time. In 3 amazing wars against Joe Frazier, as good a fighter as there was, Ali won 2 of those 3 fights. He got beat in the first one by surprise. He got knocked down in the 15th round and then got up, but then lost the fight. But anyway, in those wars, Ali won by simply being tougher. In a battle of attrition, it's the one who's standing at the end. And then Ali had to fight Larry Holmes. He did this in Las Vegas at the Caesars Palace Arena. I was there, as I was in most Ali fights in Las Vegas, or most fights in Las Vegas, really, attending the fight with my dad, obsessed with boxing his whole life, boxing and soccer. But there I was in the arena with about 25,000 other people, and you watch your champion lose. You watch Ali. He just didn't have it. He was just simply too old and too far gone in the fight to continue. And his corner, Angelo Dundee and the rest of his corner, Drew Bandini Brown, they urged him to stop. And the fight was stopped. They urged him to not go on anymore, man. This isn't going to end well. There comes a time when your cornermen, the people you trust the most, have to be honest with you. You know, you're going to lose, and you might lose really bad. This might not be good for all of us. Your corner should be the ones to tell you those truths. Well, if you saw the debate last night, really, and I'll put it this way. I'll put it several ways as we roll here, but no one won that debate because there's no question who lost, right? Anyone who plans to cast a ballot for president in November, it was a debacle for the current president. He was barely audible at times. He flubbed answers on his strongest issues, everything from abortion to democracy. And then the other guy, Trump, just lied. And no one, certainly not the moderators, and worse, not even President Biden, rebutted him in the smallest way. Trump blustered and he lied and he attacked Biden viciously and looked like a bully the entire time. And this is the choice that Americans are facing. It was a disaster for America. We lost last night. And nobody won there, but we certainly lost there. We had a raspy and stumbling President Biden and a deranged and incoherent Donald Trump, who spent 2 hours unleashing a storm of lies. And for the current president, Joe Biden, not to be able to properly rebut those, it was disastrous. It was unsettling. There's no other way to describe, to me, the performance last night. It was unsettling. Not a single moderator afterwards thought that the president won. You know, he didn't win this. So what I'm seeing is that the former president evaded questions. He made false statements and preposterous claims. And he was bombastic from the first moment to the last. Though There was forcefulness and confidence and energy there. Biden's performance is going to raise new doubts among Democrats about his campaign. It already has. Is it really too late for another Democrat to take Biden's place? You know, the conventions happen later this summer. Is it too late to roll in a convention and maybe consider that? With the stakes this high, shouldn't that be discussed at least one more time before the convention? I'll just say it again. I'm a fan. I love what he's been doing the last several years, but President Biden failed at his key task, showing voters that he's still cut out for the presidency. You know, the first 20 minutes, he was fine toward the end. He seemed okay toward the end, but in the first 20 minutes, he was especially disastrous, mumbling at times, incoherent, and seemingly really, really old. All Trump had to do was just seem like he wasn't a chimpanzee at the zoo. And then, that's all he had to do. So the lower information voters out there who are propping up the former president's campaign, they won't know how much he lied. And if they do, they won't care. Biden lost this debate for a simple reason. He acted his age in a way that we can't spin, and it can't be spun away or explained away. So, again, with Trump, God help us. He spouted a fire hose of preposterous lies, but the current president too incoherent to capitalize on any of it. Nobody fact-checked Trump's lies. Biden looked ancient and sounded lost. And to me, it was from the very beginning with his early rambling answer that ended up with him bragging that under his leadership we finally beat Medicare. And then later he got teed up perfectly when they were talking about abortion, and Trump teed him up perfectly when he made the outrageous falsehood about everybody wanting Roe overturned, and Biden responded with an incomprehensible word salad. That included there's a lot of young women being raped by their in-laws, by their spouses, brothers and sisters, and for me, when all the surrogates spoke afterward, Gavin Newsom, Jennifer Granholm, Kamala Harris, well, I thought to myself, well, why isn't this person running? Why isn't this person running? I do have a theory. And it may be wrong, but I believe, and this is just my theory here, that when the conventions are over later this summer, once the Republican convention happens, once the Democrat convention happens, and the choices are clear at that point, once you come out of the convention, that's it. If the Democrats haven't changed who's leading the ticket, and it's a Biden versus Trump race, I believe Liz Cheney will find that middle ground. I think that she'll run as an independent, possibly to save democracy itself by taking enough votes away from a liar and an insurrectionist. And she may actually do well enough to win after last night's performance by the current president. I think that she might have a shot. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm voting for one person over the other in any kind of way, but I am thinking that that's the theory behind it. 7:43 the time. It's the Mornings with Ed show.